As parents, we want to raise mentally strong and confident children, especially in today's world. And what we say and do will help to build them up or hinder them from being their best. I want to share 7 phrases that I have learned as a parent and educator to avoid that will hinder your child's mental growth, and then give phrases to say instead that will strengthen your children. So watch until the end to learn them all. Welcome. My name is Maria, and on this channel I explain different child development concepts as well as give you strategies to help you whether you are a parent, educator, or someone who works or cares for young children. So, before I share these phrases to avoid, I want to confess that I have learned these slowly over the years, so I have used some of these. And when I learned why not to say them, I stopped. And I will be sharing the reasons for each phrase, so please do not feel guilty if you have used any of them. Just learn and move forward. Let's get started. The first phrase to avoid is, "That's perfect." Even if they receive 100% on a test, avoid this phrase. Why? While we want our children to strive to attain high scores and outcomes, the push for perfectionism has been correlated to mental health issues, from anxiety to obsessive compulsive disorder. This innocent sounding phrase, when used often, may condition a child to think that they need to be perfect all the time in order to receive praise and love. Telling a child their drawing is perfect may start them on the road where they may obsess over minor mistakes if they don't receive that same compliment the next time they produce something. What should you say instead? Praise their effort and not the outcome. For example, even if you think your child's drawing is perfect, and many parents do, including myself, you can compliment the effort they put into their drawing, such as, "I really like how carefully you drew these flowers," or "Tell me about the different types of flowers you drew." And if they come back with a perfect score on a science test, you can say, "The time you spent studying for your test paid off. How do you feel about how you did?" The next phrase to avoid that sounds similar to the first one is, "You're perfect," or "You're the best." This one is praising the child for who they are, and even though they receive the grand prize or first place, telling a child that they are the best or perfect can set unrealistic expectations and anxiety if they do not finish first the next time. This phrase may have a child think that they need to outperform everyone else in order to deserve praise. If the child thinks they need to be the best every time they do something, they may think that being the best is most important to their parents or those who care for them, rather than playing by the rules or having unhealthy comparisons. Theodore Roosevelt said, "Comparison is the thief of joy." By regularly telling a child they are perfect, we are implying that there is not much they need to do to improve or work towards. We can teach a child to do their best, but telling them they are the best can either set the stage for narcissism or low self-esteem when they see that there are people who are greater or lesser than they are, and they become judgmental towards others instead of learning to be happy or want to help others. And rather than learn to accept who they are, they will always be striving to prove themselves worthy. Instead, just like the antidote to the first phrase, "That's perfect," praise their process and not the outcome. By praising their effort and process, you can help your child stay motivated to work hard and succeed instead of falling into comparison and feeling arrogant or self-defeated. Phrase number 3 to avoid, following the same line as the first two, is "Good job." This phrase is easy to use, and I've used it way too many times, but telling a child "good job" may be too vague. It becomes a go-to phrase that can be used for anything such as painting a tree, eating their vegetables, sharing the Legos with their siblings, or even gently petting the cat. For example, let's go back to the drawing. If your child hands you a drawing of flowers and you say "good job," what does that really mean? What is good about it? Even as a professor, I avoid this phrase because the student may not have any idea what is good. Is the whole assignment good? What specifically is good? So what to say instead? Similar to the first two, is to praise the process rather than the outcome, or to praise something specific, such as, "I really like how you colored each flower a different color." What do you think? If this video is helping you so far, please do me a favor and hit the like button so YouTube can share this with others. Did you hit it yet? Yes? Okay, good job. Thank you for letting me know that you like this video. I have 4 more phrases that you don't want to miss. The next phrase to avoid is calm down. I use this too and have caught myself recently using this common phrase. So what's wrong with telling a child to calm down? By telling a child to calm down, you are telling them how to feel. Instead, pay attention to what they are doing with those feelings. For example, if your child is yelling and hitting her sister for taking the last cookie, you can say, I see that you are angry right now about your sister eating the last cookie and not sharing any with you. I would be sad too, but it is not okay to hit her. What can you gently say to her to let her know how you feel? Help them to understand that their feelings are valid, but the reaction to how they feel can be better. The 5th phrase to avoid is, you're making me mad. As a parent, I know how it feels when your children's negative behaviors can get under your skin. However, by telling them that they are making us mad is teaching them that our feelings can be determined by someone else's behavior, and that kids are not responsible for their own emotions and actions. We want children to understand that they are in control of their own feelings and behaviors that result from those feelings. By saying phrases such as, you're making me mad or sad or annoyed, the child may learn that they can blame other people for their anger or for a bad day or other negative feelings and actions. Instead of saying, you're making me mad, start with I and say, I don't like the way you are acting right now. What can you do instead? Or suggest appropriate behaviors. I am definitely guilty of this next phrase, which is, don't worry about it. It's so easy to say when we see our children or even other family members and friends fretting over things. Similar to calm down, we don't want to tell kids how to think or feel. We may be trying to reduce their fears, but how many times has someone told you not to worry and you automatically stop worrying? So, what to do or say? When you see that your child is worried about, say, performing at their piano recital, have them talk about their fears and what they are worried about. Then give possible solutions. I remember my son's anxiety of performing at his piano recital, and he was afraid of making mistakes. So we talked about what he could do, which was practice the piece until he knew it well. Then what if he still made a mistake? I reassured him that no one would laugh or be mad at him, but we would be there to cheer him on. And mistakes help us learn how to be better next time. And the final phrase, which I didn't say but hated hearing from others, from my kids or even myself, is, you'll do fine, or it'll be fine. Every time I would hear this, I would think, how do you know? Unless they had a crystal ball or it came from the future, the person saying this cannot guarantee success. If you say this to your child before they take a test or try out for a sports team and they fail the test or don't make the team, your promise for success will hurt their confidence, and the next time you or anyone else tells them things will be fine, they won't believe it. What should you say instead? So instead of saying you're going to ace the test or you'll make the team, say you worked hard, now go do your best. So which of these phrases do you need to avoid? What other phrases do you know that may hurt a child's confidence and mental growth? Please let us know in the comments below. We're here to help one another. And if this video helped you, I would love a thumbs up. Then subscribe for more content about applying child development concepts. Just remember that your words do matter and your child is looking to you for support and love no matter what the outcome. Want more suggestions on how to help your child? Watch this video next and see you over there.